kind of disturbing. A couple of weeks ago, in a town called Chicken, Alaska, there was an armed raid, and it involved agents from, among other places, the EPA, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Bureau of Land Management, the Coast Guard, NOAA, and the Park Service. Did you know that the Park Service and the EPA and NOAA had SWAT teams?
No, fully armed.
Yeah.
And ready to go. There are a bunch of agencies though, right? So we have like Fish and Wildlife, you just mentioned, Land Management.
Library of Congress.
Yeah, exactly.
You're overdue. Spread them.
Oceanic and Atmospheric Admin, you know, they're all armed and ready to go. Does it bother you though?
So while a little bit, Elizabeth, I'll tell you, while the federal government's sitting there saying we're going to fight against guns and people are having trouble getting ammo across the country, they say, I'd like to get to the bottom of that, then meanwhile our federal agencies are bulking up with overwhelming firepower.
Well, remember it wasn't too long ago we had the guy who runs Gibson Guitar on our program talking about how the SWAT team showed up at his place, and that SWAT team was from the Fish and Wildlife Service. Here's Henry.
The issue really was pretty esoteric. It had to do about compliance with laws not in the United States but in those countries, and it had to do about the amount of labor content in the wood and had nothing to do with conservation or that wood being endangered. And in the second raid, the wood that was seized was from India, and we got that wood back, and we continue to buy that wood legally as we had for many years.
It seems like a little overkill to have a SWAT, you know, they're going to seize some wood, they have a SWAT team.
Right, so listen, I want to know what you think. So does Elizabeth and Steve, according to my sources. Hashtag Better with Friends, and at Fox and Friends, at Astucci, at
E. Hasselbeck,
and at Kilmeade. So tell us what you think on Twitter. We're going to be reading it.
That's right.